great nation of Georgia. Here is the streaking Armenian lightweight contender, Arman Tsarukyan. And when this man has been given big opportunities by the promotion, he has absolutely busted the door down. A lot of people harken back to his fight against Islam Makhachev back in 2019. Prevailing wisdom is that that fight is going to materialize again, because since that point in time, Tsarukyan has been an absolute killer. And when he knocked out Beneil Dariush in December of 2023, he essentially made himself undeniable. He has been must-see television, all offense all the time. And again, not a lot of fellow lightweights are calling Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard asking for a fight with the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan. Took him just over a year on the UFC roster to realize a piece of this UFC middleweight championship. He is the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, a guy you tried to bring in to emulate John Jones back in the day.
Absolutely. You knew right away when you watch Israel fight that he has the ability to fight so many different ways. If he's coming to play a part, he's going to play that part better than anyone else you can find. Yeah. It's because of the adaptability. It's his ability to change the way that he's fighting based on his opponent. In the Derek Brunson fight, he did a lot of kneeing because he knew Brunson was going to wrestle him. But in the fight against Kelvin Gastelum was a lot of punches and kicks because the wrestling threat was not so great. You gotta have that if you hope to compete to stay atop your division for a long time.
And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Arman Tsarukyan. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one. All right, here we go. Another big night for the MMA leader from Las Vegas, Nevada's T-Mobile Arena. Been a lot of seminal moments in this building. I can think of one.
It was a big one for me at UFC 246. But John, also UFC department, I got this fan across the cage from Anderson Silva in that arena. This is a place where big fights happen. And tonight, you get to stand amongst the legends at the T-Mobile Arena.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Good movement defensively here on the ground by Adesanya. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Tsarukyan is back in full mount. Making all these shots count. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Tsarukyan.
Oh, right into mouth.
The ground strikes starting to pile up.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Lands a big elbow there.
He's got to be careful here.
Ooh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tsarukyan. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
Beautiful transition.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Saved by the bell. There is the final horn. He was getting grounded. He was getting pounded just at the end of the round. So you see, he's taking some of this time here to get back to his feet. Only 60 seconds on the clock between rounds. We will see if this young man can recover. All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Round 2 is underway.
Leg kick lands.
Try to establish that jab. Oh, big elbow. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Oh, beautiful land there by Adesanya. You hear this crowd just eating out of his hand, doing it on every time he advances.
I mean, he just captures your imagination. Walk out to the entrance when he's in the octagon, the fighting style. He just kind of has that thing that makes you want to stop and stare at Adesanya.
Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Under 3 minutes here to go in round 2. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in this second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2. Lunges forward with a left there. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing. Checks that leg kick. Well, he's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Nice job there to find a home for that jab. Well, we told you off the top of the broadcast he could do it all, but he's leaning on the striking tonight and continues to hit his opponent really with most of what he's throwing.
Well, he can't miss. I mean, it's like the guy's throwing a baseball at the side of the barn. Everything he throws.
Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Oh, big left. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now.
Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but go finish the guy.
It seems like the guy's playing with his food. You know, he's having a good time out there. Everything's working. He's in the zone. It feels like at any moment he can end the night of his opponent. But he seems to be having fun, and hey, to each his own, I guess. I'd be rushing out of that octagon.
Yeah, you don't play with your food.
No.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper. And it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Israel Adesanya's eyes closing up now, not good for him. He missed with that jab attempt there.
Big counter right hand. Nice body shot.
Oh, beautifully placed with the lead left hand. Could just about do it.
Oh, he hurt him again. Just gotta be careful here.
Adesanya's in half guard.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Beautiful jab there by the champ.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
That was nice.
Tsarukyan's got the full mount. Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the cut man's actually getting excited. Under 2 minutes now to go in our third round. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move the half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Tsarukyan.
Short time now in the round.
Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
Oh, nice opening right. Oh, Adesanya's getting going now. What a beautiful left punch that landed there.
Final seconds here. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. Well, you don't see that every day. What a round it was. Knockdowns on both sides, DC. Very entertaining fight thus far.
And big knockdowns. Knockdowns that looked like they were going to finish the fight. Everybody else in the back, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The $50,000 check has already been cashed by these two fighters. You've had your fight of the night.
You ready? You ready? Let's go.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do... He's done! He's done! Oh, that's big!
Oh, effective use of the jab by Tsarukyan. Well, this is absolutely... Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is. Oh, gotta keep pressing here.
Oh, my goodness, that front leg kick. That front kick was nasty. That...
Oh! Might get the TKO here. Big elbow there, lands. Honest fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Like
All
that.
right, well, that blow is busting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
All right. Goes down again. Oh, massive diving punch flush to the head. Oh, big. That will do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Takes the judges out of it. Gets the finish.
Holy.
Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight. And the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs. And when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. And we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so Israel Adesanya, your winner by TKO. A lot of people didn't give him a chance to put this dude away.